Welcome to the session Web Security. So for this session we are discuss about web's war on your privacy. So war, that word contains lot. So previous days that war it's come to man with man or kingdom to kingdom. Now the countries are going for cyber wars also. So they have to theft their data and spoil their economy. Okay. So from that they defend that system using that cryptographic techniques and various cyber security techniques. So these are all the aim, objectives and outcome of that session. So in this session we discuss mainly on understanding of privacies, then log files, cookies, web bugs, browser cache. So this is important terminologies in your cyber security field. So log files, what is that log files? So in your system you are working various files and data. So whatever the changes you are made, so that will be stored in some files in that system memory. So that's log file. So you come to that browsers. So that browsers also whatever that passwords you are given, so it will be temporarily stored in that browser data. Next, cookies. And cookies also it should contain that data based on that browsing history of the users. So we discuss about that web's war on privacy. So to securing the web application is a complex and ever evolving process. There are many different aspects to consider, from development and deployment and ongoing maintenance. However, there are a number of best practices that can help organizations protect their web applications from attack. So some of the most important steps for securing web application: design and develop secure web applications. Next, use of web application firewalls, use of encryption to protect sensitive data and keep software up to date. And so you coming to what is that privacy? In the world, privacy can track back to the 15th century and it's defined the quality or state of being apart from company or observation. So you are apart from any observation, it's like privacy. And freedom from unauthorized intrusions. So you are telling many times, I am not feel that privacy. You are not given my privacy. So many of the students tell you spoke with your parents, you are not given that privacy. So what that privacy? So you feel free, you are not in freedom from unauthorized intrusions. Okay. So you should have provision to do all without any intrusions and no one will be observed. So that's a privacy. So it's a personal, private and personality identifiable information. So the personal information refers to data about an individual such as their name, date of birth, educational history and parents' names. For private information is a subset of personal information that is not widely known and may have legal protections. For example, education records in the US are considered the private and cannot be disclosed without permissions. While bank records are protected by law, banks can still share their customer names and address for marketing purposes. And personally identifiable information is the data from which a person name or identity can be determined. Next, log files. So that log files are highly prevalent. The programmers include them in their software to aid in development and debugging, while the system operators keep log files enabled to ensure software functionalities correctly. So the government and marketers find log files to be invaluable source of information. And so you come to that web security. So in that web security, having in each browser having that weblog files. So that files contain the information of name and IP address of computer that downloaded the web page, the time of the request, then URL that was request, then time it take to download that file, then HTTP authentication was used, and any errors are occurred, and the previous web page that was downloaded by the web browsers. So these are all the informations are stored in that web logs. And various log files are reduced log. For remote authentication, dial-in user service is a widely utilized system on the internet, commonly employed by the ISPs, internet service providers, and large organizations to authenticate usernames and password for dial-up users to maintain the proper accounting. Next, mail logs. So mail logs refers to records or logs that are maintained by email servers or email systems to document various aspects of email communications. These logs contain information about email messages sent and received, such as sender and recipient email address, timestamps, email subjects, and details about email transmission process. So these things it's contained with that mail logs. So cookies. So cookie is a piece of ASCII text that can be transmitted by a web browser to user's web browser, such as Netscape Navigator, and it subsequently sent back to the server with each new document is request. So commonly used of cookies include online shopping websites, news websites, and subscription based platforms. So many websites, when you are going to enter, so it's asking about that you have to accept that cookies or not. So commonly online shopping websites and subscription based platforms, news websites having most of that cookies will be there. Right. Next, web bugs. So web bugs are unmessageable graphic image strategically positioned on web pages or within email messages, serving the purpose of enabling third-party monitoring of user activity and the gathering of statistical data. Why that? What the uses of that web bugs? So according to the Privacy Foundation, companies use web bugs to accomplish the following tasks. So gather viewing and usage statistics for a particular page, then correlate usage statistics between multiple websites, profile users of website by gender, age, zip code, and other demographics. Next, transfer personality identifiable information from the website directly to an internet marketing companies. Then transfer search strings from a search engine to a marketing company. So these are all some uses of web bugs. Next, browser cache. To mitigate the privacy implication of your browser cache, consider the following strategies. So configure your browser to prevent the caching of HTML pages and images downloaded via SSL. Next, configure your browser to avoid caching any HTML pages or images. Manually delete the cache content when leaving the particularly sensitive sites. So these are all you have to medicate to prevent the privacy in browser caches. Next, privacy protecting techniques. So you have to choose good service providers. Next, you have to choose to picking a great password. So normally that password gives students put 1 2 3. But don't you have to put only the letters or numbers. You have to give mixed things. You give in your password must be one uppercase and lowercase numbers and special characters. Then only your password going to be very strengthened. Next, avoiding spam and junk mails. You have to avoid that spam and junk mails. Next, identity theft. So these are all the things. Yeah, thank you students. These self-assessment questions and terminal questions references. Yeah, thank you.